So finally, to speak to us and to share us and to charge us and to give us a motherly advice and blessing. Please, KKYF, with our, KKYF clap and joy, let us welcome a mother in our midst and an honorable.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know if I should call you a pastor. Thank you very much. I want to thank the founder of this program for his kindness. When I'm with young people, I'm ever excited. About 2 weeks ago, I was privileged to speak with young people, about 1,000 of them, and it was not partisan. And they invited them in the morning. Some of them were complaining that we've been here since 8:30 in the morning. And it was after 12. And it happened to be 2 of them behind me were coppers. And I asked them, do you know why you have endurance trekking as coppers? They said no. And I said, it's because you have to be patient. In all circumstances, you must be patient. And they were patient. I left. When I spoke to one of them at about 5 p.m., she said to me, we just left the place. They didn't remember again that they did not eat in the morning. So, and I told them that morning that if I left that meeting and you hear that I passed on that evening, don't worry. I am passing on very happy because I now know that I have a hope in the Nigerian young people. I now am satisfied that I don't care how long it's going to take, but I do know that the better Nigeria is in your hands. I am convinced that you have what it takes to turn Nigeria around. Even if I die this evening, I don't care. I have been very worried. And I tell young people, I actually don't have any business contesting the election. It is because I wanted young people to open their eyes. I was here last year. I was at that meeting about 2 weeks ago. This evening, I am also very happy. I want to thank you because you have given me hope. So even in my absence, if anything happens, I am certain that Nigeria will become the world power that it will be because of you. I want to thank you for all you have done and what you're doing. 13,632,500 naira. It's not a joke. In a country where things are very hard, in a country where so many people feel that there is no point going forward. In that gathering, I told them about 2 things. And I also want you to hear. Because when I came to Asaba, I trained over 2,000 young people in different skills. Many of them are doing well in their different skills. When you call them to say, come and help this person, they will not, because they feel you must pay them money. But when they passed through my skill center, when the state had none, I provided, by the grace of God, everything they use in the center. But today you say, come and do this. They must attach money to it. And you can see volunteerism in the naked form, where people work and they're not asking for anything. Because money is not important after all. So I need you to understand. And I'm also happy telling them these 2 stories, which I have also spoke to them in the house. That 2 things happened in this country. So that arising from this meeting, you begin to recognize the importance of everybody around you and what they do. There are 2 medical doctors, one in Enugu and one in Lagos. One in Enugu treated somebody, and they lost hope in that medical doctor. And then he said, I need a referral. And he went to India, paid visa fee, paid tickets, paid consultation, paid accommodation. And he walked into the theater, waiting for the consultant to come. Behold, it was the same man treating him in Enugu. Clap for Nigeria. Then the one in Lagos, a big man had an accident, and the vein, you know, when you have a cut in the vein, it is only the grace of God that will make you survive. But this particular doctor took his time, very short cut. They said it took him about 4 hours to do that surgery. And advised that 7 days you will not shake this hand with a bandage. And they were very worried because they have a lot of money. So we need to go to London to make sure that this thing is done. I don't believe in this doctor. And then they went to London. Luckily, by the time they took their time, the 4th day, the 5th day, they were in London. Then the 6th day, the 7th day, by the grace of God, the doctor, the surgeon came and took his time to loosen the bandage and looked at it and said, who was the doctor that did this? And you know, it was one doctor in Lagos. And the doctor said, this doctor who did this job, I cannot do it. This is the best surgery I've ever seen. And he said, what is the name of the doctor? And they were taking him the name of the doctor. Until that doctor called them to thank them for promoting him in London, that his family are now in London because of that small surgery. And I told them that is brain drain from the medical profession. Our health personnel are the most powerful in the whole world. Nigerians, whatever profession a Nigerian has, is the most. Don't bother about jumping and jabbering. I am telling you this because somebody is somewhere, a group of persons, paying the bills. Nigeria is suffering. Professors and teachers going through hell, not having sleepless night for our future. And we'll say we'll jabba to the land, a strange land that have brought us to where we are. When I know that you, all of you seated here, have the capacity to turn Nigeria around, even in 6 months. Are you now going to japa to a strange land that have brought us to where we are? We must begin to believe in ourselves. And you must acknowledge the fact that the good God blessed Nigeria. And Nigeria is the best country anywhere in the world. I can tell you that because I've traveled around the world. I have traveled around the world. If there are 195 countries, I think I've almost visited. I have traveled around the world, so I know what I'm talking about. And it's impossible for you to give me even $500 billion and tell me to live abroad. It's not going to be possible because I love my country. And you must learn to love your country. So as I watched you come here to take certificates, I do hope that you genuinely came here to pick this certificate, and I genuinely, you protect this country called Nigeria. Because when I listened to the names, they were not only Oshimile South names. They were not only names from Delta. It is names from Nigeria. Thank you very much. I hope you will go home and listen and digest what has happened this evening. I am a development person. So at every given point, I read between the lines to understand where we are going to. And I thank God that is happening today, Easter. And I was saying to myself, I've been quarreling with my mind since yesterday, that there was really no need to come and spend all the money during Christmas, because that Christ was born is no more in news. The greatest news is that Christ came, died, went to hell, forgave the sins of Cain, who killed the brother, all the Sodom and Gomorrah, all the evils that happened. he went to hell, that they will be saved, that you and I will be saved, that Nigerians and citizens of the world yet unborn will be saved, that our salvation is sure. What other sacrifice can anybody do for you? So it's important that this program is happening today, sir. It's happening today, establishing the fact that without God, there is no other God, no matter how you do it. So I'm pleading to you young people. I have listened to what my brother said, that their role is to close the gap that's happened in the family, to close the gap in the society. Some of the ills, you will agree with me that parenting has failed. So they have come to close the gap. You will agree with me that leadership is not what it ought to be. They have also come to close the gap. And in closing the gap, it will not end here. It will only show when you have put what has happened today and the one that have been happening before in action. Because when you do it and there is no action, it means that they have failed. And I don't think you want them to fail. I do not think you want Nigeria to fail. Don't worry about all that is happening. Just pretend that it didn't happen. And have the fact that if Jesus came and died, and after 3 days, he took his time to go to hell, to bring out all that were gone, that had no hope whatsoever, brought them to the table, and did all that also for all of us and the ones yet unborn. Do you think there's anything that is in this country that is so bad that cannot be put right? It is in your hands if you believe in the power of the grave that God came out from. It is, you will only make it happen when you sincerely put these issues into action. And it's my prayer that you will do it. You have not come here to share money. Because if it's politics now, we'll begin to know how much we'll get. But you have come here to make things better. So I congratulate you. I congratulate all the young people. And it's my prayer that as you leave, you begin to talk to others. And I told them that you have the power to change the country because you network. You don't need to come out and be making noise. You can sit here and talk to the whole world. And at some point, your group, the young people, will come and say to us, we have arrived. We need to make this country work. And this country will be a country that the system works. All the institutions will arise again like Jesus came out of the grave. All the weak leadership will come to life. And America, Europe, wherever, all the advanced countries will come here to pay homage to this great country called Nigeria. And I know it will happen in your time. Thank you very much.